casualties, leave Spear in a difficult position with next to no support.
He said that Starlet may very soon be into trouble, and that's what we're going to get here. Good early damage onto Derke, but Kron links up with his now teammate again, closes the gap and finds two. Plenty of damage on these Vitality players, and PROFEK's going to take on even more.
It's getting more difficult, and there's still shocks in play. But three strong, healthy players ready to come back in, and sterben's in the back lines.
Late play here from the most senior player on the Eternal Fire side. Makes a bit of a mess of the fight on Derke, but will drop him regardless, leaving just Jamppi in the 1 versus 3, the new in-game leader.
It's like a team like Vitality. You want to have the mechanics ready to go. And in through mid, that's exactly the case. As we see that it is Eternal Fire who takes most of the damage after the brawl. But look at PROFEK on the B site. How he's scaling up so quickly and finding so much space.
Yeah, already past the spy cam, so the question is, will he get checked? Certainly not by Skylen. And now the info's there. Spear out on an island in mid, punished by Kron. So Vitality have an open pathway to the B site, but sterben in transition could look to maybe try and catch a player here.
I think
he's getting the timing on Kron.
Yeah, I think this opportunity is perfect. And Kron's taking the dangerous path round, but instead sterben prioritising picking up a rifle. And that spike will go down easy enough.
Yeah, upgrades to the Vandal from the Bulldog. Now the 2 versus 1, PROFEK on an aggressive line. The question is, can he hold it?
You'd assume so. You can see sterben trying to clear the angles and successful. So it goes to 1 versus 1 up against Kron, and he's worried about the heaven angle and is able to escape. Time ticking away. sterben unaware, trying to clear everything, every nook and cranny. Careful, but it's in main where the danger lies. Finally sees where Kron is, gets the stars down. The stun not working out. The shot's not firing. A time ticking away, but Kron
yet to be cleared by the drone, and now has the line control, which he's not going to make the most of.
Hunter's Fury not finding much value either, as a lot of utility is sent in. Sayonara missing out against Izzy, and the hip fire working out, but it's PROFEK that fills the kill feed red and gets 3 of his own. Traded out even, and a 2 versus 2 through mid though is an issue that Vitality have to try and deal with.
Yeah, Chronicle caught sleeping on the mid walk there, but PROFEK's heroics has been enough to put them in a 2-on-2.
Tap of the spike.
With the op, looks for the shot, but the spike's still not in.
Yeah, they still want to fight. Still want to keep going. Jamppi now committed to it, but Derke on the line will find what he's looking for. Leaving skylen with a tough ask. Up against Derke, up against Jamppi, and just escapes the scan. So an opportunity to lean round the corner ready for this push coming through. The pop flash doesn't work out. It's Izzy, in fact, who gets flashed instead. So a gap. An opportunity for Vitality. They'll pick up the orb, and this could be the go button for Eternal Fire to try and peek out and fight. But instead it goes the other way as Vitality take advantage, and sterben stuck in the corner. The site taken, and Spike can go down.
Derke still prowling on this front line though. Still a problem, edge of the nebula. He's going to be able to get away with some information in tow. Still Kron also trying to push that perimeter as far back as possible.
Oh, the timing not great though. Derke using the utility at the wrong point. So this is a chance to get through an opening that has been left for Vitality. Kron above.
As well, pushed onto weaker weaponry. Izzy's Bulldog still good for the opening pick besides skylen.
But it's Sayonara who continues to scale up, and there's not a lot. That info dart not hitting where it needs to. So Sayonara still needs to be wary. Oh, but look at Izzy, so far up, able to try and grab Jamppi, does so. PROFEK not there for the trade, a bit late, and at the end, Eternal Fire coming out on top, that spike lowered, Chronicle not checking backside, a lot of liberties being taken by Vitality at the minute, and Sayonara spotted as well.
Yeah, PROFEK having to expose himself there. Sayonara 1 versus 3, has ult to collect the spike and almost a full utility belt here.
Well, this would be one way to announce yourself onto the scene. I mean, Sayonara's done that in previous games in Tier 2, but this is all about the next level, right? The upper section.
This side of the map so far. And Spear is supported by skylen this time. Another new entry into the Eternal Fire lineup. But that duo of debutantes, another one in the server to be worried about. It's Chronicle. He's not going to quite claim the second kill through middle, but the damage is done and the spike goes in.
Yeah, being able to, unable to get that last kill because of ammo, but look at the setup and the time that Vitality have had here.
Oh, Sayonara trying to disrespect the Cosmic Divide. So Eternal Fire will invest one of their own. All hands on deck, and the bodies for Vitality now finding themselves on the other side of the screen. Jamppi and Derke combining. The Finns finding the kills and making it a 2-on-2. Izzy is low, but up top looking for impact. Spike still yet to be worked on. And with this first half stick starting
Real
to come...
quality. Well, it felt when he was playing well, BBL were playing well. And Sayonara, able to get a pick in main, but loses control of A.
Yeah, like you say, the real workhorse behind the BBL team last year and a key component of Vitality here. They'd look completely different without him, as that's now his 10th kill picked up already in the opening 8 rounds. skylen still holding things down though. And Derke forced to use the light speed to claim the spike. But look at Izzy, he's already here. skylen moving back towards spawn.
Yeah, it seems as if Eternal Fire have bought this hook, line and sinker. Spear giving away his position, but that info dart confirms that the site is mostly clear. Derke catching Izzy on rotation. This looks like Vitality to be in prime spot, but losing one of those rifles will not make anything easier. What a shot from Spear. The numbers beginning to dwindle. It getting harder and harder for the attack as the Turks make their way in. They're looking to try and clear out everything. It's just PROFEK at the back of sight with a rifle in hand, trying to...
It will be a 5 versus 2 on spot.
Yeah, but Brave looking to play within the smoke is back to where the players will enter in and no one clears out. He gets his opportunity, but quickly traded out. Sayonara doing well here, but they haven't cleared sterben, and that's the issue! Once activated, 2 in the bag, leaving this a 3 versus 2 in favour of Eternal Fire.
We saw the Hunter's Fury used by Jamppi. No post-plant tools here for Vitality. They've got to be searching for an early pick, and with the gate crash placed, it's Sayonara on the hunt.
The young gun, the player who looks to light up the server later in the year, but could do it now in the off-season. That gate crash gonna expire very quickly. Jamppi there to help out his prodigy, but in the end, it's up to him all alone. skylen low, the opposite so...
But yet to press execution, and there is the info from Izzy. Finds the back of PROFEK. That's the smoke and the extra util gone.
Feels like Vitality are trying to play a very layered approach to their attack. Jamppi not considered, and look at him so deep an insert as the rest of the players on Vitality try to clear out exactly where this jet is gone, but he finds Jamppi and his head clean off. Eternal Fire trying to support from the door, but it won't work. 3v3, 35 seconds remain.
Oh, and a quick trade through middle. Spike still heading towards B, but Sayo left in mid and he'll drop as well.
So it's up to Cron. Arguably one of, or if not the most experienced in the server. Certainly the most winningest player that we have ever seen in Valorant's history. 3 international trophies to his head, and now he's getting... Which is precious in this game now. And well, as he peeks out, Sayo gets caught out.
They actually want to regroup and go towards A. Jamppi mid-rounding, something he's been really good at doing. Huge opportunity here.
Looks to knock them all down. Jamppi! A 3K to rescue Vitality from the jaws of disadvantage. Puts them firmly in advantage, and Derke and PROFEK holding on towards A. A lot of 2 players from mid are on the hunt. This is a crunch, and Eternal Fire are on the cusp of losing. PROFEK, the pull is good, but he can't capitalise, can't find the kill, which means Spear, with time so low, needs to get that spike down.
We would say Vitality are, and one of those players is, of course, sterben. He's just had his barrel spotted there. Sayonara has walked down the length of B long. now is nestled in between Spear, who finds that one in middle, and this awkward duel, but Eternal Fire win every single one of them. This slow look from them has proved to be well worth it.
Derke, I was going to say, looks to try and challenge the A site himself, but instead we look towards Cron in a 1 versus 5 and identified through the cipher wire. You'd imagine.
It's really rich background in vain, so up against the mixed investment, Derke's Guardian. You've only got Cron here on B with this Marshall, and I'm just wondering when he's going to get spotted. Not until he finds Sterben, so the smoker dropped.
I mean, the big thing for Vitality is if they can do a little bit of delay here, right? Be able to get the players into position, that would be brilliant, but doesn't work out. The players finally come in. Advantage for Vitality coming back in, and on top of that, they have convergent paths.
Yeah, it's a huge shock dart from Jamppi as well to put skylen down to 5. Brave's going to tuck into the corner, but this position should get hard checked. Shoulder spotted and player taken out. Now it's only skylen on those 5 points of health and up against no problems and get out early against an Eternal Fire, which want to quickly take the A site and will do now that he's fallen.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Derke gets caught by a pop flash in the Hunter's Fury, trying to fire off. Doesn't find much. Spike down, but again, Eternal Fire, they still have that null command.
And look at these priorities immediately from them to try and set up towards backside and be ready to receive Vitality on the entry. Looking to crack it open here with a flash, but seems to have blinded up a teammate there just a little bit.
Caster has said Vitality will be...
A lot of the time they've been forced to give up this mid-control. But here, it's Izzy immediately removed through Sayonara's op. Derke doubling up, he has one of these as well. And Spear should be a dead man walking. Jamppi's finally going to kick him to the dirt, but... yeah, there was a moment there, perhaps, where things looked a bit shaky, but Vitality have full control of this round now.
And you can see that the priority is on mains now, rather than actually holding actively through mid, right? They're holding on towards the exits from there, and it's a successful job as Eternal Fire just peek into the crosshairs of the French side. That spike is now in Derke's hands, and this should be... oh, what a shot! I was going to say this should be a Vitality round, but if sterben keeps doing stuff like that, Interceptor being used by Cron. There's a little bit of respect shown by Eternal Fire as they wait for that to go out. Sayonara not able to TP out as he gets caught by the knife, and luckily enough able to keep alive.
Yeah, Cosmic Divide up here, chance to play behind it for Eternal Fire. Like you said, stall in play, but they're looking to get aggressive.
Yeah, and Cron's on the back lines, doesn't take his opportunities. That Cosmic Divide is proven to be an issue, and losing out on Sayonara is a real problem. Hunter's Fury and Cosmic Divide available here for Vitality, and that's exactly what they're going to go for. The former used, but unfortunately not finding. Finally, Cosmic Divide comes in, and that's going to be when the numbers are equalised. Izzy under fire, under pressure, can't survive, and Vitality look to close this out, and a double camera through a shot, but it's Derke's operator that you need to be careful of.
The team in middle.
Operator holding on as PROFEK looks to find a pocket in which to work, but that neuro theft will be a real problem as everything that Vitality was looking to try and build has been found out about. What a lovely shot from Cron, but can he get more? That would be the round-winning play if he could, and he has. Although the following kills do go Eternal Fire's way, Spear's Sheriff looks unbeatable.
And that's the talent that he can be. Put under the microscope. 3 kills this round from Spear. And now Eternal Fire setting their sights on the A site again. This time it's fully open. And Sayonara has to come back into a 1 versus 2 situation to stop Eternal Fire retaking the lead on their thrifty round. Is with the op, but he wants the rifle. Has the ult, but does he choose to use it?
Ideally, we'd want an engagement first, right? 2 flashes in his pocket. And able to silent drop. Spear's Sheriff has been beat. Those traps offline, and you can see the flank coming through.
Searching
and
here.
Spawn. but that will leave Jamppi with a gap to fight all alone, which he looks up to the task. The bullet's not hitting. It's not like Jamppi to miss an opportunity like that. And now advantage firmly in Eternal Fire's favour as Derke drops out of heaven dealt with. It looks like map point is on the horizon for the attack.
Yeah, you can see what Derke was trying to do there. Time so low. If there was any way that he could interrupt the plan, he would have a refract back. Can even PROFEK keep this weapon here? Eternal Fire have shown just how good of a team they can be against everybody's favourite in this phase of the competition.
Hunting down Sayonara is
and now with support arriving, Vitality are looking good. All hands on deck to stop Eternal Fire taking Abyss.
Yeah, but they don't know about Cron's position because that knife doesn't work. A big surprise as Chronicle stands there and waits. And well, Sayonara, supported by Derke, easily makes this a one-round. Spike on the floor, but not unless Spear can eliminate everybody. But there's confirmation.
Imagine the call on the Vitality side as well is going to be to peek into this Turkish team as much as possible because of the online setting. Sayonara will be denied the opportunity to TP, at least initially, but as soon as the suppression ends, you expect he'll be looking for a quick route out, and he will do so.
Derke's still on the line though, holding on towards that top mid space, so that's the one thing to note. Whereas Sayo holds on towards the other space. Vitality, this is a similar formation that we've seen from them before. One which is what?
Plenty of space conceded. Izzy peeking in though, always going to have the advantage there. Besting Derke and making it a 4-on-4. Only one of those players is towards B right now, and it's Chronicle for Vitality, looking to try and make an impact in the black and yellow. But he's been dropped and Jamppi's position revealed as well. Vitality's backs to the wall in this retake, and it's not going to get any better. Spear the next. Izzy looking for a little bit more. PROFEK just lingering right on the edge here, and he's not quite found the equalizer, but he's brought it closer, and damage on skylen is a plus. But sterben sweeping in behind might just be it. And now PROFEK has to win the 1 versus 2, or it's Vitality dropping down into the 0-1 bracket.